He has the same initials as his father, Cory Alfred Booker, who grew up in Hendersonville, North Carolina, and managed to go to North Carolina College and cover his tuition of $600 a year by shining shoes and other jobs. When Cory Anthony Booker was on his way to winning a Senate seat in 2013, he lost his father, who died at age 76, in the final weeks of his son's Senate campaign. Cory Booker's father had the joy of watching his son win football games in high school and college and win elections in Newark, but he didn't live long enough to see his son reach the United States Senate. As the clock approached 1 a.m. last night, an email from Wisconsin put Cory Booker's father right there on the Senate floor with him.
Kayanan Spooner from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, who writes me, my name is Kayana Spooner, and I live in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. I'm 63 years old. My husband, Joe, and I have 5 children and 3 grandchildren and live a wonderful life as our family is growing. God bless you and your family. We owned businesses and worked to contribute Social Security for ourselves and our employees. We did all the things we could do to secure our future and contribute to the larger community of those in need. We felt that we're living the American dream until one day in 2012, I know this personally with my dad. I feel for you, Ms. Spooner. Till one day in 2012, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's is a degenerate Parkinson's disease is a degenerative brain disease that progresses over time. Sorry, I'm thinking about my dad. It is unrelenting and affects motor and nerve processes. Loss of benefits will have a direct and daily effect on me and my family as we navigate the medical needs we will be facing. I will need progressive and comprehensive care as I age. I will need medication every single day of my life. And I will need the security of a generous society to care for me. Millions of others join me there. Please, Senator Booker, please protect my Social Security. I just thank God that my mom had the resources to take care of my dad. And I watched that degenerative disease take from his life for 20 years and how much it cost, the thousands of dollars it cost my mom to take care of him. I know my friend Andy Kim, who's in the Senate right now, is facing health challenges with his father. I know so many people personally whose parents have Alzheimer's. I know so many Americans who are not powerful, they're not rich. I know so many Americans who live in fear every day that one little thing will happen to them that will destabilize their financial well-being. And now those millions of Americans, because of a president and a man named Musk, are driving fear into them, are whacking away the people that answer phones, are firing the people in an agency that already was struggling with wait times, that already was struggling with slow response times. These people who are hanging on by a thread in their lives are facing the people they love the most, who are struggling with the diseases that so many of us in this body have been affected by. They are now worried. They're writing me letters with words like fear and terror. They're talking about staying up at night and not being able to sleep because they don't have a president that comforts them. They have a president that talks down to them, that lies about the services that they rely on. What is this? It is not normal. It is not normal. This is America. How can the most powerful people in our land not comfort others, not tell them they have nothing to fear but fear itself, not tell them to have malice towards none but have charity towards all? What kind of man is in our White House that makes fun of the disabled, who lies so much that the fact checkers lose count, that minimizes the pain and the suffering? Where you have cabinet secretaries that are billionaires themselves that say, if my mom misses a Social Security check, But if somebody else complains about it, they're probably a fraudster. These people are not fraudsters. They're hurting. They're afraid. They're worried. For God's sake, this is America. Every one of our founders' documents is riddled with words that speak to of our commitment to each other. Yeah, they were imperfect geniuses, but they were people that aspired to virtue. They read the greatest philosophers of their times. They said, what does it mean to be good to one another? What does it mean to create a society that is not run by despots and dictators who are so disconnected, who talk down, let them eat cake? They dreamed of a different country than this, folks. They dreamed of a different country than this. They dreamed of a country that stood for not just get all I can for me, the biggest tax cuts possible to the wealthiest people. They dreamed of a nation where any child born in any circumstance from any place could grow up and have their American dream. And God, it gut-wrenches me when I hear people not as privileged as me, and I'm not Musk and Doge, but my mom had the resources and the family to support her as she watched my dad die of Parkinson's disease. But this person's writing in, she herself has Parkinson's. She underlines and bolds the part of her letter. She says, and I'll read it again because, Spooner, I want you from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, to know you are seen, to know you are heard, that know that maybe the president will talk down and cut and malign your only paycheck, your only hope, but I won't. I won't. I see you. I feel you. You can't lead the people if you can't love the people. And I'm sorry, our president is not showing that. He may be saying those words. She writes, with Parkinson's, I still remember my dad telling me he had it. She writes that it is unrelenting Parkinson's and affects my motor and nerve processes. Loss of benefits will have a direct and daily effect on me and my family as we navigate the medical needs we are going to be facing. I will need progressive and comprehensive care as I age. I will need medication every single day of my life. I know this. I know you will. I know you will. I will need the security of a generous society to care for me. A generous society to do the basic for families in this kind of struggle. Millions of others join me there. Protect my Social Security, Senator Booker. I tell you, I am going to fight for your Social Security. I'm going to fight to protect the agency. I'm going to fight against unnecessary cuts that hurt the service it gives. And today into tomorrow, I'm going to stand as long as I can. As long as I can, I'm going to stand and read stories like this because you are seen, you are heard. Your voices are more important than any of the 100 of us.
The Honorable Cory Booker gets tonight's last word. The 11th Hour with Stephanie Ruhle starts now.